folks, welcome to Pass Left Drafts. We're here today to do something a little bit different today. I have 6 packs of Commander Legends Draft Booster packs here, ready to build a sealed deck. These are hand delivered to me from Gathering Point Games in Darlington today, and I can't wait to get in the build. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. Fun fact, my very first pre-release, Battle for Zendikar, I opened my pre-release packs and I opened the pre-release pack and I was halfway through opening my packs and realised I only had 5 packs in total. So I do tend to count my pre-release packs when I do a pre-release. Quite stiff pack here. Now, Commander Legends does look like a very fun set. I love a good draft and I love the weird draft formats that you can get. Kind of Conspiracy and Battle Bond and stuff like that. So this is looking fun. I'm going to go through the packs, and I think when I'm building these packs, or when I'm building the deck, I think you're going to have to build around the commanders that you get. So you can only really build a 3-colour three-colour deck if you open a 3-colour commander, or if you open one of the reprinted 2-colour commanders with partner with another single-colour partner. And if you really look, you can build a 4-colour deck. So I think the way it's going to go is we're going to be looking at the commanders that I get, the rares that I get in the various colours, and building up from there. So, to start off, we have Deranged Assistant. So, tap, mill a card, and add a colourless mana. 2 mana, 1/1. Impulsive Pilferer to Pirate, so going along that red-blue pirate theme. When it dies, create a treasure token with Encore, so you Encore back and you get a lot of mana from it. Finclade Fugitives, can't be blocked with creature power 2 or less. Another Encore card, 6 mana, 7/4. Exquisite Huntmaster, another Encore card. When Exquisite Huntmaster dies, create a 1/1 green elf creature, green elf warrior token with the Encore. Armory of Eros, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's an equipment, 2 mana equipment with equip 2, goes with the red-white equipment plan. Fall from Favour, that's Scary Pauper card, which might be making waves in Pauper. It does do the Monarch thing, and it is a bit of removal, so that seems like a solid card that I might be thinking about later on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sort these out into WoWburg order. We've got an artifact here as well. Red, green, and just kind of so we're all set out for later. We've got Kinsbale Courier, a Kithkin Soldier, another one with Encore, so there's a lot of Encore in this pack. Different colours obviously, but yeah, pretty good. In it ends the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with Encore 2 and a white, so very good in multiplayer. Sparked Dragon, classic card. When it enters the battlefield, you may hit 2 in red. If you do, it does 3 damage to any target. Ancient Animus from Dominaria, put a +1/+1 counter target creature you control if it's legendary. Then it fights target creature an opponent controls. Maelstrom Colossus, 8 mana, 7/7 with Cascade. That seems quite spicy. I think I'd be quite happy to play that in pretty much any deck. Eyeblight Assassin, and it's a battlefield. Target creature gets opponent controls get -1/-1 until end of turn. I think that was in Battle Bond as well as some other bits and pieces, but that was really good. Pirate's Cutlass, solid equipment. When it enters the battlefield, attached to a target pirate control. So it's a bit like an aura, or kind of. It was kind of premonition of the equipments we've got in Zendikar Rising. Brazen Freebooter, and it's a battlefield, create a treasure token, 3/3 with makes a treasure. Fire of Lightning, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike and can't attack you or planeswalker you control, so a nice politics card there. Really cool card we've got. Humble Defector, tap, draw 2 cards, target opponent gains control of Humble Defector, activate this ability only during your turn. Stingerfling Spider, 2/5 with reach for 4 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target creature with flying. Seems like not bad removal there. Getting the res, starting off with a mythic, so quite happy with that. Archon of Coronation, when it enters the battlefield, you become a monarch, and as long as you are the monarch, damage you control doesn't cause you to lose life. So that seems rather spectacular. My first legendary, Drago the Shipwrecker. It's
You may sacrifice artifacts and creatures to help cast it, and it reduces the cost by 2 for each thing you've cast. It's got partner, so it's a good partner commander, and it's also got trample, so a big beastie. Oh, it's swinging nice and foil there. We do have a foil in every pack, I think. So that'll go down there as my my commanders. We've got a green partner commander, so another uncommon one. At the beginning of combat in your turn, you may pay XX. If you do, distribute X plus one plus counters on any number of target elves. So specifically working with elves. And then we've got Soul's Might, put X plus one plus one counters on target creature where X is that creature's power. And a nice angel token as well. So, not a bad first pack. Nice, nice spicy mythic there. That does make me kind of want to do a bit of white, but only one white card so far. We'll see how it goes. I am looking forward to playing this with the guys from Draft Chaff. So that is a podcast which I've recently started listening to, and they've got a really good Discord community. I'd advise you to check them out. It's two cool guys who basically just love draft, and they're building a community of draft fans as well, who just want to enjoy the most out of draft. So, here's some more white stuff. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and then 1 and a white to return cage hand to its owner's hand. That seems really sweet, actually. I haven't seen that in the previews, and it's a really cool idea, kind of a pacifism effect, but if you play it early on something that's quite small, which is quite threatening, and later on, if that's not the most threatening thing on the board, and you prefer to put it on something else, you can pay 1 and a white, return it to your hand, and then cast it again. So that seems like a cool effect. Scrap Diver Serpent. Can't be blocked as long as defender player controls an artifact. Pretty solid in commander. 5/5 unblockable. Valakut Invoker. Pay 8. It does 3 damage to any target. Good mana sink for late in the game, doing a bit of damage to people. Elvish Visionary. 2 mana 1/1. Draw a card. Elves might work well with Numa. Duroga Chaftain. Briarblade Adept. When it attacks, target creature opponent controls get -1/-1 to the end of turn, and it's another one of those encore cards, and it's another elf. Path of Ancestry. This is a good card. Tapped, add 1 mana of any colour in your commander's colour identity. When mana spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. Does end the battlefield tapped, but it's a nice bit of fixing. Seraph Dawn. 4 mana, 2/4, flying lifelink angel. Pretty nice. Champion Flame. 2 mana 1/1, and he gets +2/+2 for each aura or equipment attached to it. It's also got trample. There's quite a lot of stuff in the equipment auras deck. Angel of Dawn. Enters battlefield, creatures you control get vigilance and +1/+1 until end of turn. So good for a kind of go wide strategy. Prying Eyes, 4 mana instant. 6 mana instant. Draw 4 cards and discard 2 cards. Marble Diamonds, so I've got a bit of a mana rock there. It's a white mana rock, so I'm quite happy with that. These are common, and there's a full cycle of them. Pop it next to the white cards, because effectively it is. In fact, I'm just going to pop it in with the white cards. It's pretty good in that. Annoyed Altasaur, 7 mana, Rich Trample, Cascade, 6/5. That seems solid. Lovely Cascade, 7 mana spell there. Happy with that. Court Street Denizen. Whenever another creature enters a battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls. So, yeah, taps a lot of their stuff. Seems fairly solid. Another equipment. Quick creature gets +3/+2. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield in your control, you may attach Hero's Blade. So, in a set with lots of legends, could be pretty good. It does have quite a high equip cost, but that equip cost can sometimes be free, and it gives quite a good buff. Plus, it might be good with something like Drago, just to kind of give him extra power and toughness, because he's already got trample. Demand lower in this battlefield, draw 3 cards. At the beginning of each end step, you lose 2 life for each card in your hand. Good draw spell. Better if you can sacrifice it to something. Unfortunately, I can't sacrifice it to Drago. Arcane Signet, solid card. That is going to go in pretty much any deck I'm going to build. I can't see a deck where I wouldn't put this in. 1 mana any colour in my commander's colour identity, and it only costs 2. My rare, Plaguereaver. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control. Discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plaguereaver, choose target opponent, return Plaguereaver to the battlefield under that player's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you can kind of use it as a board wipe for your opponent's creatures, or you can just play it quite early as a solid 6/5. which seems pretty spicy as well. Not a legend. Here is a legend though. It is Rayav, Master Smith. Looks like a Kaladeshi dwarf. It's an artificer. Whenever creature you control that's equipped attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. I've got a couple of equipments and things so far. I could hear a nice mythic. Seen a couple of things that go with that. I suppose I'll put him over here. Keskit, the Flesh Sculptor. Sacrifice 3 of the artifacts and or creatures. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and then the other into the graveyard. So a black partner creature. I haven't had a black one yet, so that's good for helping me play black if I want to. If I want to play that nice Plaguereaver. And my foil, Portent of Betrayal. Solid card, gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap it, it gains haste until end of turn, as well as an elf warrior. So 2 packs in, not feeling any particular pull in any colour. White does seem quite strong with this nice mythic. Got a nice arcane signet so I can help play anything, but nothing really jumping out at me so far. Quick drink. Talking is dehydrating. So, not halfway yet. I'm only a third of the way through, so still plenty of time to open some nice spice. Start with Dispeller's Capsule. So 2 and a white, tap, sacrifice it, destroy target artifact enchantment. It's fine, kind of goes in some kind of artifacty set. Even Surveyor, enters the battlefield, choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or return target creature to its owner's hand. No, we've not had any duplicates yet, so that's showing how many cards are in this set. Rummaging Goblin, tap, discard a card, draw a card, just a classic card for Rummage. Natural Reclamation, 5 mana, instant speed, Cascade, destroy target artifact enchantment. I think that seems really strong. It can be used as a combat trick. You can cast a 4-drop creature, potentially if you hit something good, as a blocker during an attack step, as well as destroying any kind of artifact or enchantments. So that could be an aura or an artifact creature or a equipment or something like that. So that seems quite spicy. I do like the look at that one. Viscera Seer, sacrifice creature, scry 1. Solid sacrifice outlet that we see in a lot of Commander decks. Jada Gift, draws a card. It's a bit of a cantrip that gives a creature flying. Good for nice big beaters. Lissalana Bowmaster, whenever you cast an elf spell, you may have it deal 2 damage to a target creature with flying. Solid reprint. Ripskill Predator, Menace 6/5 for 6 mana. Not excited about that, but it's fine. Thorn of the Black Rose. Enters the battlefield, become the Monarch, and it's got Death Touch, so it makes you the Monarch, and it helps protect you from people attacking through. Commander Sphere, another one of these solid, just goes in anything Commander cards. 3 mana rock this time, tap to add a colour in your Commander's identity, and also sacrifice it to draw a card. Xeophete Admiral, enters the battlefield, become a Monarch, and it can't be blocked by creatures the Monarch controls, so it can get you the Monarch back if you lose it. Sisay's Ring, Mana Rock. Would you prefer the Golem in this? Yeah, it's pretty moot, but you know, it is one of those discussions in Magic that we have. Wildheart Invoker, target creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample until end of turn for 8 mana. Seems solid in any green ramp deck. Sansol Oracle, and its battlefield flying, 4/4 for 7 mana. Must do something nice and spicy as well. When it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. So almost definitely a 7 mana, draw some amount of cards for a 4/4. Hunter's Insight, instant speed, choose target creature that you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw that many cards. So swinging with a big trampler. After blocks, you can choose to cast this and just draw a ton of cards in green. Ingenuity Engine, Cascade, 1 and tap, sacrifice an artifact, return target artifact you control to its owner's hand. So you can either sacrifice this and return something spicy to your hand, or sacrifice something small, like a treasure token, and return this to your hand, and you get a Cascade all over again. Rings of Brighthearth, nice. That's a nice reprint rare there. Whenever you activate ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may have 2. If you do, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. I'll have to see how many activated abilities I've got, which that's going to work with, but fingers crossed I've got lots. But still another rare command. Oh, aha! Here we go. Nevinule Urborg Tyrant. It is a rare legend, so it does allow me to build a 3-colour deck. spicy card. It's obviously got a lot of lore. It's behind Nev's disc. Good old Larry Nevin. So hexproof from artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. When it enters the battlefield, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token for each creature that died this turn. When it dies, you may pay 1. When you do, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. So if you've got a lot of mana, you can kind of let it die, destroy everything you've got, bring it back, and create a load of zombies, which seems pretty solid. So that is going in my golden commanders. Sayani, Eye of the Storm, flying. Whenever Sayani, Eye of the Storm attacks, scry X, where X is a number of flying attacking creatures with flying partner. Yeah, that seems solid. Nice partner commander in blue. Haven't got a blue commander yet, so if I want to do partner, that's good. And then Flashback Marauder, solid black creature, does a thing. Ooh, and then I do have the Monarch token as well, which feels quite good. So that was a pretty good pack. Nevin Jarl is really good. 3-color commander, really opens my possibilities when building. And we've already seen I've got quite a lot of good fixing so far in the artifacts and stuff like that. So far I think maybe Nevin Jarl, maybe some kind of black-green elves deck, because I had some quite good elf stuff going on. But we'll have to see what else we open. So starting this one off with Prosperous Pirates. When it enters battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens, 5 mana for a 3/4. So it does give a bit of mana fixing in that as well. Crimson Fleet Commodore. Trample, when it enters battlefield, you become the Monarch, so it's a red creature which makes you the Monarch. Soul's Might. Now this is the first duplicate we've seen, and we've got the foil in the first pack. Elvish Doomsayer. It's kind of like the opposite of Elvish Visionary. It makes each opponent discard a card when it dies, rather than you draw a card when it enters the battlefield. Benevolent Blessing. Enchanted creature enters the battlefield, choose a colour. Enchanted creature has protection from the chosen colour. This effect doesn't remove auras and equipment you control that are already attached to it, so that seems quite good. So one of the drawbacks is if you give protection of a colour, your equipments and your auras can fall off, and this also has flash, so that's a good little protection spell. Scrapdiver Servant. Can't be blocked as long as defender player controls an artifact. Eyeblight Massacre. Non-elf spell. Non-elf creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Nice little board wipe in the elf deck there. And Armillary Sphere. 2 classic commander cards. Sacrifice a Sigil for 2 basic land cards. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your library. Down with the artifacts. Stone Fury deals damage to target creature from the lands you control. Just a solid red removal spell. Scrounging Bandar enters battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Scrounging Bandar onto another target creature. Sky Diamond. Okay, so I've got a blue mana rock there. So I've got a blue one, a white one. So really looking like I'm going to be playing Nev's disc. Nev, Oborg Tyrant, or Nev of the disc here. When Scholar starts at the battlefield, if you control an artifact, draw a card. 4 mana 3/2. Angelic Armaments. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and is flying and is a white angel in addition to its other colours and types. Equipped 4. So yeah, it seems quite solid. It's an alright equipment. Pen and Blade, another equipment. It gets +1/+1 for each creature you control, so good in a go wide strategy. Glintleaf Winnower, another good elf card. So I could kind of put a bit of a small black elf theme in a Nev deck here. When it enters a battlefield, you may destroy target non-elf creature whose power and toughness aren't equal. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this is one of those controversial cards. Hull Breacher. Flash, if an opponent would draw a card except the first one they would draw in each of their draw steps, instead you create a treasure token. So if somebody's going to draw a lot of cards, you flash this in, you create a lot of treasure tokens and they don't get a draw. Imagine casting this if the opponent is casting the Wheel of Misfortune. That would be sickening. But nice blue rare. Ooh, another gold legend here. So Lathiel, the Bounteous Dawn, green-white, lifelink at the beginning of each end step. If you gain life this turn, distribute that many +1/+1 counters amounts any number of other target creatures. It doesn't have to be your own creatures, which is always nice in Commander. Rebek, Architect of Ascension, artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. Partner, a white partner card. And then we get another Marble Diamond, this time a nice shiny foil. So we've got, don't have to play with the singleton rule here, so I could play both those Marble Diamonds quite happily. Really looking like Nev is going to be the commander here. But I do have one partner in each colour now, so I can build any colour pair that I would want with the cards that I've got. So that is good to know. Final pack. Another Prosperous Pirates, we've already seen one of them. Renegade Tactics, target creature can't block this turn, draw a card. Fatalid, just reprinted in Ikoria. Nice little card there. Defiant Salvager, playing Kaladesh Remastered, you might see a few of these around. Really, really solid card in a lot of decks, and you can use a lot of your artifacts and creatures for good use there. Also goes to treasure tokens, which is good to know. Army of Heroes, we've already seen one of them. Squad Captain, and there's a battlefield with a +1/++ counter for each other creature you control. Bit of Revelation, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand, and the rest in the graveyard. You lose 2 life, 4 mana sorcery. Ooh, 2 cards there. Fyndhorn Elves, spicy, well not spicy reprint, but nice little reprint there. Basically Llanowar Elves, but not Llanowar Elves. Scholar of Stars, we've just seen one of them actually. Skyweather Shot, another Kaladesh card. So destroy target creature with power 3 or greater, scry 1. Solid, instant speed card, removal. Another Armillary Sphere, so we are starting to see a few more reprints now. Fiery Cannonade, new Pauper staple. Seer's Lantern, 3 mana rock, but you can pay 2 and tap to scry 1, so if you're kind of whiffing a little bit, then you can use it to scry. Seems solid. Sunset Pyramid, remove a brick counter from it, draw a card. It comes in with 3 brick counters and then 2 and tap to scry 1 when you don't have any more brick counters on it. It's fine, it's cool. I think I've got enough artifacts so I don't need to play it. Piri is perfect, so other elves you control get +1/+1 and tap to create an elf. Nope, missed one, but we saw a nice rare there. Grafted Wargear, equipped creature gets +3/+2. When it becomes unattached from permanent, sacrifice that permanent and equip 0. So a little bit different spin on equipments there, but it's interesting to see. Training Center, one of these Battle Bond lands. It is a rare land, it gives red and blue. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite fit with Nev, and I still think I'm going to be going with Nev, but it's good to know. Ooh, here's another 3-color rare. Another 3-color rare commander, and this might change things up a little bit. So, as you cascade, you may put a land from among the exiled cards in the battlefield tapped. Now that seems quite good, so you're actually getting another card off your cascade creatures. And we did see some nice cascade creatures, particularly in green, so that might change things a little bit. Let's see what else we get. Another rare commander. It's a 2-color one. Another red-white one. Now we've already had a red-white commander, so that's pretty cool if we're wanting to go down that way. But I do think I want to go 3 colors here, even if I need to decide exactly how I'm doing 3 colors now. But Bell Borka, Spectral Sergeant. Note the converted mana cost of each card is put in exile. Bell Borka, Spectral Sergeant power is equal to the greatest number noted for it this turn. Beginning next upkeep, exile that top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Don't think I'll be playing it, but it's a really cool card. And then last foil, Ghastly Demise. Destroy target non-black creature if its toughness is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard, which is for 1 mana in black. And then finally, we'll get Soldier. So, we've got some decisions to make. Either Avernal Chaos Plume or Nevinjarl Urborg Tyrant. So what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to look at my rares. Now, Hull Breacher goes with either. This goes with either of these. I can't use any of my other commanders with either of these cards. I can use my Training Center with of any of the Chosen. And both these go with Nevinjarl. So that's how things are looking. We've just kind of want to put these uncommon commanders in as well. I'm going to have things lining up kind of this way too. Okay, what else do I have in the other colours that I quite want to play? Now, I had a lot of good mana rocks in white. Well, I had 2 good mana rocks in white and 1 good one in black. So let's have a quick look through each of these. Oh, hang on. Got another pack left. What am I talking about? Oh, stop the tape. Stop the tape. We've still got a whole other pack left. But he was screaming at me down the camera for that. I was just getting ahead of myself a little bit. Right, okay, let's get back to it. I'll just kind of rearrange back to where we were. So we're kind of ahead of ourselves a little bit. We kind of know what we're doing, what we're wanting to do. I kind of know what we're looking for here, unless we get another 3-colour commander at the end of this pack. Well, that would really throw things into the loop a little bit. Right, so last pack. For real this time. So, Captain's Call, create 3 white, 1 white soldier creature tokens. Solid. Strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, the rest on the battle, the rest in the graveyard. Rummaging Goblin, we've seen a Rummaging Goblin already. Wild Size, target creature gets +2/+2 against trample until end of turn, draw a card for 3. 2 and a green, it is instant. Dund Operative, another Kaladesh card, as long as you control an artifact, it gets +1/+, and has Death Touch. Another Dispeller's Capsule. Another Kitescale Signature. When it attacks, another target creature attacking the same player or planeswalker against flying till end of turn, so it makes things have flying. It's also got Encore. Ancestral Blade. It's kind of a callback to some of these these living weapon creatures. It's 1 and a white for 1/1 equipment, +1/+1 equipment, which comes attached to a 1/1, and it's got a quick 1. Molderbeast, Trample, 5 mana, Trample. Whenever an artifact is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, Molderbeast gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It's fine. Probably some shenanigans you can have, but that's fine. Spectral Searchlight, tap, choose a player. That player adds 1 mana of any colour they choose. So a bit of a mana rock, but you can have a bit of politics with it as well. Another Eyebite Massacre. So another mini board wipe. Another Charcoal Diamond, so another reason to maybe play Urborg. Weldon Sparks. Really only Kaladesh creatures, Kaladesh spells rather. Deals X damage to target creature where X is 3 plus another artifact you control. Seems solid for red. Another Encore card in red. Whenever Fathom Fleet Swordjack attacks, it deals damage equal to the player or planeswalker it's attacking equal to the number of artifacts you control. Seems solid for artifact deck. If you have lots of treasure, it works as well. Frenzied Saddle Brute. This is a nice spicy new card. All creatures attack your opponents and planeswalkers your opponent's control as though those creatures had haste. So basically gives the creatures your opponent's control haste to attack, but to attack anything but you. So that seems cool for politics. Patron of the Valiant. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Haven't seen a lot of +1/+1 counter really big stuff coming in yet, but it's kind of scattered through the rest of the cards. Elvish Dreadlord for black. When it dies, non-elf creatures get -3/-3 until end of turn. So another really sweet black elf card going on there. We've seen a few good black elf things coming around, so that seems good. And also it's got Encore, so that can just really board wipe everything if you Encore it. Here we go. Another 3-colour commander. Tap, choose 1. X is the number of spells you cast this turn. So it's Scry X, deals X damage to target creature, or you gain X life. Now, I don't think this is even going to enter the running, but it's a sweet card. I don't think it's going to be the type of thing I'm going to play. I think you've really got to have a really tuned deck built around this for it to work. So I'll probably put that on one side for now. Another white partner. As long as your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+4. 3 and a white, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, and it's got partner. So it's another white partner. And then we've got a Scaled Behemoth, 6/7, hexproof for 6 in green. Okay, so slight issue. I did have a bit of issue with air trouble with the camera, and not long after what you've just seen, it stopped recording. So we are going to jump back in, and I'm going to start the deck build. So I've set it back to how I was looking at the cards earlier. we've got Averna on the right, and kind of the rares and the legends and stuff which kind of go with her. We've got Nevniol on the right. And if we look through the commons and uncommons, there's some decent cards here, which would be a fine deck, I think. Among the red and green, because obviously blue is shared between the two commanders. But there's nothing really crazy in here. If we look in the black and white, so we've got some pretty cool stuff. Kind of, I suppose, around the same power level as we had in the red and the green. And the black stuff, there's some good synergies with Elf. There's some Elf synergies in there which can come together a little bit. But what we do have when we come to the mana rocks and things is we have 2 marble diamonds and 1 charcoal diamond. So that's going on top of the sky diamond, which we'll have for both decks. So I think I'm going to go with Nevniol, because he is a bit more supported with what we've got. So unfortunately these are going to one side, but it is looking like quite a spicy deck. So put Nevniol over here for now. Don't think I'll play Rings of the Bright Hearth. I haven't seen very many activated abilities going around, but other things we could well see. So Archon of Coronation does just seem like a solid card. Sayani, Isle of Storm, whenever it attacks, scry X for X number of attacking creatures with a flying partner. Yeah, it's a 3/2 flyer, and it scries when it attacks. Potentially have some other creatures as well. Not really sure how to set these out. What I do know is I want my mana rocks. So I've got a lot of mana rocks here in my colours. Path of Ancestry, just a solid 3 colour land. So these are all the mana rocks that we've got. We've got an Arcane Signet. We've got 2 Marble Diamonds as well. So these are all 2 mana rocks, which seems fantastic. And then we've got some bigger mana rocks over here. So I think it's advised to pay 25 lands in this format. I'd be tempted to cut that down for this deck though, because of all these. You've got 7 mana rocks there, 5 of which are 2 cost mana rocks. And I think I'll be tempted to go down to 24 or even 23 lands. We'll see how it goes when I put all the cards I want to play with out and then start doing the cutting. But we'll keep those in mind. For now, let's pop them up here. $23 feels correct. Just kind of think about it. When they say 25 lands, I don't know if they meant kind of taking mana rocks into account, but we'll see. Definitely will play Fall from Favour. Azure Admiral seems good to play. Solid body on that, especially with Encore. You can make them into flyers. Strategic Plan seems fine. Scholar of Stars. Seems good with mana rocks. 4 mana, 3/2, draw a card. Create a couple of treasures with Prosperous Pirates. Another scholar there. 5/5, potentially unblockable. Another Prosperous Pirate seems good. Even Surveyor, when it enters a battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Even Surveyor, or return target creature to its owner's hand. It's just 5 mana, 2/2. Probably going for now. Prying Eyes, draw 4 cards, discard 2 cards, could well go in. Another potential unblockable, probably only want one of those. And a range resistant for a little bit of more ramp. Looking at the white, or the rest of the white. Skyward Shot's probably going to go in. Solid removal spell. Gets a bit of a scry as well. Pater the Valiant, when it enters the battlefield, +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, a +1/+1 counter on it. I haven't seen a huge amount of +1/+1 counter things going on. It's a 4/4 flyer for 5, which is fine. That is one which could get cut though. We'll see how much more we get. Ancestral Blade's a bit like just a 2 mana 2/2, which leaves around the equipment afterwards. Seems fine. Not too bothered about that. Not too bothered about the cheaper stuff. Dispeller's Capsule. It 4 mana, destroy a artifact or enchantment in white, but you can split it over to a couple of turns and it's an artifact when it comes in. Captain's Call, create 3 1/1 soldier tokens. It seems fine, but that could get cut. Another Skywell shot. Squad Captain, and there's a battlefield +1/+1 counter for each other creature you control. That, yeah, could be a big body. Benevolent Blessing, bit of protection. That could well go in. Angelic Gift, not too bothered. I don't think I'll be bothered by the second Dispeller's Capsule. I'll put them straight away to one side. Whenever another white creature enters a battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls, that could go good with the Captain's Call. And it's a 3-drop. Haven't really got many 3-drops out so far. Angel of Dawn, creatures get +1/+1 vigilance. Flyer as well. Another flyer. Solid removal, that's almost definitely going to go in. And then the Kingsblade Courier, that is some +1/+1 counters, so I think we could do some +1/+1 counter stuff here. We've also got a bit of a mana sink here. I think that's always going to go in. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. That seems solid. Don't necessarily have a lot of artifacts, but we could get a few, and I think that seems solid. That's definitely going to go in. Sacrifice 3 other artifacts and or creatures. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand and the other in the graveyard. Yeah, that seems like a solid black card we can play. Plague Reaver. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control to 6/5, 3 mana 6/5, and discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver. Choose target opponent, return Plague Reaver to the battlefield under that player's control at the beginning of their next upkeep. So it's kind of a board wipe. It's an interesting one. I definitely want to play that. And then we've got Elvish Dreadlords. So got some more black stuff. Dundoperative. Not too bothered about Dundoperative. That doesn't seem like it's doing very much. Ghastly Devise. Destroy target non-black creature if its toughness is less than or equal to the number of cards in the graveyard. Yeah, that's a fine removal spell. Look at the top 4 cards in your library, put 2 of them in your hand and the rest in the graveyard. You lose 2 life, possibly, but I've probably got better options for that. Defiant Salvager, could go in. Fleshbag Marauder, each player sacrifices a creature, seems fine, especially if we get some tokens. Viscera Seer, good for sacking. Demonic Law, and it's battlefield, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of your next end step, you lose 2 life for each card in your hand. Haven't seen much stuff about sacrificing enchantments, so I don't think I want to play that. It's a 3 mana draw 3, but I do end up losing quite a lot of life to that. If I had a way to sacrifice enchantments, I probably would, but I don't think I'm going to go for that. Exquisite Huntmaster makes elves. It's got Encore, good value. Eyeblight Assassin can potentially remove a little creature from the opponents. And it's an elf. I do think I want to play into some of this elf synergy. Whenever Briarblade Adept attacks, target creature opponent controls get -1/-1 until end of turn, and it's got Encore, which is actually less than its normal cost, which seems cool because you can give, if you're playing a 4-player game of Commander, you can give something -3/-3 when they attack. Thorn of Dusk Rose, slamming that into the deck. Elvish Doomsayer, yeah, when it dies, each opponent discards a card. And then we've got a couple of Eyeblight Massacres and a Gilt-Leaf Winnower. So, oh, and we've also got the Hull Breacher at 3 as well. From the artifacts, Engineering Engine seems fun. Spectral Searchlight, I could play that, but I think I've got enough mana rocks in what I've got already. Not a bad equipment. Sears Lantern. Yeah, I think I've got the mana rocks I want already. Armillary Sphere. Sacrifice it, search 2 basic lands, put them in your hand for your library. Not really blown away by a huge amount here. Got quite a lot of commanders. I've got quite a lot of legends rather, so Hero's Blade might go in. Didn't have a huge amount of pirates. Maelstrom Colossus, yeah, that seems good fun. That can go in. And Sandstorm Oracle, when it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. If that player had more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. This is a maybe for now. So, cards on the first pass. The curve looks fine for Commander. It's going to be a bit of a slow format with 4 opponents and 40 life. You don't want your kind of traditional limited deck, which is based around the bottom end of your curve here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So 37 creature type spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of these non-creature effects. And then we've got 7 mana rocks here as well. So that's quite a lot. So 35, I think I said, of creatures. Plus, and I'm going to go for 23 lands, I think. So if I want to make a 60 card deck or 59 card deck, because I've got Nevignol in my command zone. So if I'm going to have 23 lands, and then I'm going to add 7 mana rocks, so that takes me to 30. I need to cut the rest of this down to 30. So I think I take out an Eyeblight Massacre. I think I probably only need one of those. Gas Demise is just some removal. Benevolent Blessing. Yeah, I think I might want to. I don't really have a lot of. I've got a couple of big beaters, and I don't have I'm not overloaded with win cons, so I think maybe Benevolent Blessing should be good to keep in. Maybe don't need a second Skywhaler shot. Strategic Planner probably don't need. So I've cut some out from there already. Let's look at these creatures. Is there anything which I'm not a big fan of? Now, there was the Patron of the Valiant, which I did think was potentially not the best. Deranged Assistant does a bit of ramp. It's fine for 2 drops, and being able to play something relevant on those early turns is quite good. So I'll keep that in for now. I've got just a kind of a lot of solidly big creatures at this end. Could take out Prosperous Pirates. It's not doing a huge amount here. Quite like some of these big things. I might take out one of these Scrap Diver Serpents. That doesn't seem too great either. This is that's just a land. Seraph of the Dawn. Don't think that was doing much. It's just a fly and lifelink 2/4, and it's got a slightly difficult mana cost as well with 2 white pips in there. It's not the most ridiculous of creatures. Could take out Scholar of Stars, and I think that'll pretty much put me at Singleton deck. And it does. You don't have to play Singleton by any means, but I think if that's my last dual card, apart from the second diamond, I'll take my second diamond out. I'm not thinking that, but you know. If I'm looking for cuts, then it's not the worst decision in the world, just to try and keep them with the Commander favour. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I've got 10 cuts to make. I'm going to take another Eyeblight Massacre out. I think I don't really want to take out any more non-creature spells. But Dispel's Capsule, well, there's probably going to be Artifacts and Enchantments, so I've got 9 more cuts to make. In fact, no, I've got 10 more cuts to make because I'm going to have to get to 59, not 60, and I've got 30 already. So I've got my 23 lands and my 7 here, so I've still got 10 cuts to make. Wow. I thought making a 60 card deck would make this a lot easier, but apparently not. This probably isn't actually removing anything super important, so I might get rid of the Eyeblight Assassin. Defiant Soldier, I'm probably not going to do anything major with that. I don't have anything ways to make a ridiculous amount of tokens, so I can get rid of that. So down to 8 more cards to cut. I do like these legends. Githkin Courier is probably fine as well. And then Court Street Denizen. Whenever a non-token white creature enters a battlefield, tap target. Yeah, so non-token white creatures though, and I'm just going to be tapping the opponent's stuff, so that's another one gone. So I've got another 7 cuts to make, I believe. Fall Back Rose is just solid. Exquisite Master is solid as well. Does elf stuff. Both these legends were really good. Scholar Stars is fine. Kite Sail is fine. Azurefleet Admiral is really good. Solani Isle of Storm is probably good as well. Get some scries. I take out another Prosperous Pirates. Down to 6. Avon Surveyor. Might want to return creatures to my hand. Squad captions is big. Angel of Dawn. Might take Angel of Dawn out. It's a 3/3 flyer at the end of the day. Not really doing what I want. If I had a nice big wide board, then I might have went for the Angel of Dawn. Briarblade Adept. Yep, I think that seems good with the Encore and getting some value in. And Guilty Winnower is also a solid card, so still got a few more cuts to make. I might just have to kind of hope that my opponents can take. I'll take another Sky Whale shot out. I've got a little bit of removal with a few other things, and Sky Whale shot is quite expensive, and you kind of want to leave it up, I suppose. So we'll take that out. So down to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So it's another 3 cuts to make. Might take the Benevolent Blessing out. I know I kind of want to protect my big bombs, but I don't think that's quite what I want to do. And I think that would be really good in some kind of Voltron deck where you're building up on one creature. It doesn't make your equipments and your enchantments fall off, but it still protects your creature. Captain's Call, I'm not doing the token thing a huge amount here either. And then one more cut, or I could always do 22 lands, but I think I'm going to play it safe here, and still have plenty of lands in the deck. So I like the Serpent. It's potentially unblockable and gets in for a lot of damage. What to take out? What do you think? What would be your last cut here? And do you think I've made the right cut so far? Like this top end, I think the top end does all quite nice spicy stuff. Don't take one of these cards out because none of these feel especially great apart from the Fall from Favour. None of them feel ridiculous. Draw 4 and discard 2 cards, so it's instant speed though. It's probably quite good, and leaving a Pull Breach or something. Might take out this Haven Surveyor. I think that's probably the thing that's doing the least amount here. So all I need to do is make some, add some basic lands. We will pop all of the mana rocks and things down the bottom so we can get a good shot of the deck. And I've also got a land here. So that is my deck, minus the basic lands. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments what you think, how you think it's gone, and I hope to see you again soon.